Yo, what is going on, my YouTube people? 29 United back here with another video, and what a day it has been for us football fans. Today, I am joined with Cheyenne from Next Generation Football. How are you doing, my man?
I am feeling as exhausted and excited as you are. I mean, today's been a crazy day with the World Cup draws happening. I mean, that's what we're going to be discussing.
Yeah, and I think just like everyone, we were both on Twitter the whole day discussing, what is going to happen in every group. So I'm completely exhausted. Let's do this. Group A: Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. I'm gonna go first. You can't really have a World Cup without the Dutch. And there's Ecuador and host Qatar there, which I feel like a lot of people are underestimating as well. I'll shout this out right there. I think Senegal is going to top the group. Netherlands are going to be second, Ecuador third, and Qatar fourth. What do you think?
Yeah, you're spot on. That's exactly what I was going to say, honestly. Ecuador's had a crazy good qualification in CONMEBOL. I believe they finished fourth. They were kind of the surprise package because, Chile didn't make it. Colombia didn't make it. So they squeaked in as that team that normally doesn't qualify for World Cups or finishes in that playoff spot. And they've been impressive as well. But the Netherlands are just kind of like, they're in kind of this like semi-rebuild stage. And especially after kind of their embarrassing performance in the Euros, I'm more inclined to say Senegal. And I could even say maybe Ecuador might have a good tournament in the group stages as well, but definitely, yeah, Qatar's last place. But I do not think when people say Netherlands is a shoe-in for first, I would say maybe not. I would actually be more inclined to maybe say Senegal finish first in this group.
I completely agree with you. Let's move on to the next group, which is our group. Cheyenne, we've been waiting for this for so long. England, Iran, the United States of America, and between Wales, Scotland, and Ukraine. We're both Iranian, if you guys didn't know. So we obviously want Iran to do the best here. But with that being said, people are going to call me crazy for this. I genuinely believe we have a chance to get a point against every single team in that group. I think we can beat the US, beat the one in the playoff, so Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine. And then versus England, I'm not saying we're going to win against them. It's going to be a very tough match for us. But you've got to realize we're playing England first. By the way, I don't know if Sean, you knew this. We're playing England first. It's going to be our first game. So we're going to give all we have against England. We're going to make them struggle, and I'm sure of it. So with that being said, if we can manage to get just a single point from that England game, I think we can be second.
Yeah, and that's exactly my thought process behind it too. When the draw first came out, I was like, holy smokes, England and the United States. I mean, so many friends that are American, so many friends that are English, and this is a crazy group for Iran to be in because these are two powerhouse nations that have probably one of the biggest followings in the sport. I think Iran can get second in this group and finally break this curse of not making out of the group stages. It just purely depends on the England game. If Iran get a draw, I think I would be so happy with that because I think that's the momentum you need going into the play-in team that will have whoever it will be from the playoffs. That's going to be a winnable game. Ideally, I'm hoping we get 4 points out of the first two. Then the USA game, all you need is not even maybe even any points, but a minimum a draw. Iran get to play their game. They get to feel out their system. And I think that's where we'll see the best out of Iran.
So I have two other things to add to this Group B. The number one being obviously the prediction. So I think, Sean, you're with me here. So I think England are going to be first, Iran second. I actually think that the European playoff spot is going to be third, and then US fourth. That's what I think is going to happen. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, no, that's what I was hinting at. I think USA fans are really like bigging out their team, and there's nothing wrong with that. The USA team is very talented, but like this team doesn't have this kind of like big boy experience. Because when you think about USA and their qualifiers, they had one win away in CONCACAF qualifiers. They're going to be playing in the Middle East, and people are forgetting this is like almost home ground territory for Iran. And a lot of their World Cup qualification games were in some of the stadiums. They're definitely overlooking their opponents big time. Like they think they're about to go toe to toe with England. They're about to wipe the floor with Iran, and they're already going to wipe the floor against whichever team of Ukraine, Scotland, or Wales makes it through.
So we're going to move on to Group C here. A pretty interesting group. We've got Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. I'm going to start with the predictions. I think Argentina are going to top it. I don't think they're going to struggle that much. I think Poland is going to be second, and I would love for Poland to be second purely because I want to see Lewandowski do well. And then I would say Mexico third, and Saudi Arabia fourth, but they're going to put in one hell of a fight.
Yeah, no, I think again, Arya, I think you're spot on, and I totally agree with you. I don't think this will be a cakewalk necessarily for Argentina. I think Argentina or Brazil, I'm leaning towards Argentina, will be winning this World Cup, and this will be the group to help catapult them into possibly winning it. And this is going to be kind of like that, the show and tell for Argentina with this group stage. And Mexico always make it to the round of 16. Will this continue for them to get to the round of 16, end up getting knocked out? There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying it in a bad way. They always do. I think maybe Poland's going to edge this one. Tata has been a bit interesting for Mexico. At the end, for all the criticism Mexico got, they ended up being joint on points with Canada at the top of CONCACAF qualifying. So I'll say Mexico. And as you said, Saudi Arabia, very much overlooked. Every Asian team is. I think every like quote unquote small nation in each group is getting overlooked. I mean, have people not learned their lessons from World Cups? Everyone can have an upset in this thing. It is a free for all. It just depends on what team you see on the day, from the quote unquote superior team to the quote unquote smaller nation.
Group D now. So we've got the 2018 World Cup winners, France, and then between Peru, Australia, or the United Arab Emirates, Denmark, and Tunisia. A very interesting group, to be completely honest with you. Now, the question I have for you, Shine, is do you think that the winner's curse is going to happen? Do you think France is going to go out? I don't think so. I don't think so. Look, I'm sorry. I can't see a team like France go out. I can't. I just can't. I'm sorry. As much as a lot of people would like them to go out because, you know, the World Cup curse, I just can't see France go out. I would be shocked to see France go out. I think they're going to top the group. I think Denmark is going to be second. I think Tunisia is going to be third. Tunisia, another country that is very, very overlooked. And well, between Peru, Australia, and the Emirates, it really depends on who it is. But I think any of these three will still be last. What about you?
I can see an upset from France. I mean, it depends on the team that makes it in from the playoffs. I think it'll most likely be Peru. Denmark getting first, Peru getting second, France getting third. It's happened before where they completely choked a quote unquote easy group. So, but I'm going to say Denmark finish first and France finish second. I'll go with that as my prediction.
Group E, which is considered by many to be the group of death. So we've got Spain, between Costa Rica or New Zealand, Germany, and Japan. I'll go first. This Germany team, I watch them on the regular. You already know. I'd put Germany first, Spain second, and Spain as well. They've been very, very good. Is it going to be between Japan, Costa Rica, and New Zealand? Do you want me to be honest with you? I want New Zealand to go in.
I don't think New Zealand's making it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I think it'll most likely be Costa Rica.
I would love for New Zealand to be there, though, to be honest with you. I'll give Japan the benefit of the doubt, give them third place, and I'll put Costa Rica or New Zealand fourth.
I think this group is a free-for-all between Spain, Germany, and Japan. I'm not counting any of them three out to finish first to third. Germany, we've seen them lose against, again, quote-unquote smaller nation. I'm counting my chickens on Japan. I'm repping the Asian boys in this, and I just don't know who's going to finish first and second. I know it will be Spain and Germany, though, but I don't know who's going to finish first and second in this group.
Let's go to Group F. Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. And I have a lot to say as a Canadian. It's not an ideal group for Canada at all. It was very, very hard to swallow. I'm not completely counting them out, but it's just Belgium, Morocco, and Croatia are teams that just have way more experience than Canada, right? I think you can agree with me on this as well. And I don't think John Herdman has what it takes to beat these teams. You know what? I'll say Belgium, Croatia second. I hate saying it. Morocco third and Canada fourth.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Even though Morocco, their coach is butting heads with some of their star players, they've still played like as if, oh, wow, they don't even really need them at the end of the day. And I think with Belgium, they've had a little bit of a blimp. The quote-unquote golden generation is now done. That's the reality. So I'm going to actually go Croatia first, Belgium second, Canada dead last, and Morocco third. Not because I hate Canada. I want to see them do well, but this Canada kind of gives me Panama vibes. I don't think they're going to get smashed every game. I have a feeling in their first game, I believe, which is against Belgium, they're going to keep it really close, but then Belgium get one late, then it ends up being two within minutes of each other because they're so depleted after conceding so late. And that's kind of where the rails get set off for Canada at that point.
I hope they prove us wrong. I really, really hope they do. Let's move on to Group G. Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Brazil just have been unstoppable for the past few years. I'm expecting Brazil to absolutely smash every single one of these teams. With all due respect, these guys are ruthless. I think they're undefeated in the qualifiers, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd say Brazil first for sure. And then really the second place is really up to any of these teams. I'll put Brazil first, Switzerland second, Cameroon third, and then Serbia fourth. What about you?
I'm gonna say Brazil first. I don't think they'll smash this group because they were in Switzerland's group last World Cup go around. And everyone's like, "Oh, Brazil's gonna absolutely slap up Switzerland." Ended up being a 1-1 draw, and Switzerland actually probably could have stolen the win in that game. I'll go still though. Brazil first, Switzerland second, Serbia third, and I think Cameroon's gonna be dead last. They're gonna be the team that's just gonna get absolutely shafted every single game.
All right, we're gonna move on to the last group, Group H. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, which these two go way back, and then South Korea, the team that finished second in Group A of the Asian qualifiers. I just want to add that in because Iran was first, and that makes me happy.
This is the group of death. I'm telling you, everyone says there's no group of death. I'm like, what? Group H's got group of death written all over it because none of these teams are clear favorites to finish first or to finish last. Anyone can finish in any position, in my opinion.
Let's just put Portugal first. I can't imagine myself saying otherwise. Portugal first. As Asians, I think we got to back the Koreans. Let's put Korea second. I hope Son has a wonderful tournament. Let's put Ghana third, and let's put Uruguay fourth. And the reason why I'm saying Uruguay fourth is, like I said, they've been very disappointing in the qualifiers. I've heard a lot of bad things about them.
The Euro 2021 group with Portugal, France, Germany, where it's going to be very tight margins on who gets in, who gets out. And like, there's going to be a lot of moving in this table. I'm going to say Portugal barely nick it, just like how they did in the Euros. Then I'm going to say Uruguay second. I think they'll just edge it. South Korea third, Ghana last.
With that being said, guys, this has been our preview, our early predictions. Sean also has a video of his that is going to be up as well. I'll put the links of all of his socials in the description, his TikTok, his YouTube, his Instagram, and obviously the link to his video so you guys can go and listen to that as well. So, Shana, do you have anything to say?
No, I appreciate you having me on, and I appreciate everyone watching today's video, and hope to see Iran do bits in this World Cup. We have a long ways away to go from there, but I'm just excited that we have this draw out, that this World Cup's going to be happening, and it's just exciting things going to happen.
Thank you so much for being on here, my friend. I really appreciate it. As I said, I'll put all of his links in the description. If you guys are new, please make sure to subscribe, like the video, and let me know what you guys think about this World Cup draw. Until next time, goodbye.